rise and shine. Hello, Rajiv.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for having me here. Good morning. It's an honor to be part of this very interesting conversation and share the perspectives of the Commonwealth. So, so I'm pleased to be here.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk firstly the main objective of the Commonwealth Summit and also its significance being held in Namibia this year.
Yeah, look, I mean, this summit is a landmark event. It's the first time that the Commonwealth Business Summit and the Commonwealth Trade Ministers Meeting that is being held in Africa. So our objective is very clear: to unlock investment opportunities, to promote inclusive economic growth, and strengthen intra-Commonwealth trade by bringing together business leaders, policymakers, and trade and investment experts. Now, if you look at the global situation, the global trade is facing rising tariffs, protectionism, and also supply chain disruption. So we believe that this is our moment to work together for resilience and shared prosperity. Look, we also have a target to achieve intra-Commonwealth trade by $2 trillion by 2030. And we believe that private sector has a very important role to play to help us achieve this target, especially in an economy where we're facing heightened uncertainty, fragmented supply chains, and rising development finance gap. So this summit is part of our strategy to give the private sector a stronger voice in shaping the Commonwealth trade agenda. And I would say that collaboration between governments, businesses, and development institutions is no longer an option, but it is essential now. And we also thank the government of Namibia for hosting this business summit, and to our special partners, the NIPDB, the NCCI, NALOBA, Afreximbank, which is playing a very important role in Africa, CCI, amongst other strategic partners as well. So to answer your question, why Namibia? We feel, Namibia is a great country to do business, and the fact that we have international delegates coming from all over the world says it all.
So what level of participation are you seeing so far from member states and key holders?
Well, look, we're really impressed with the level of participation. We've seen member states who have traveled all the way from the Pacific, Caribbean, and Asia to come to Namibia. Again, this shows that businesses are looking for new opportunities with other Commonwealth countries, especially with, the challenging economic conditions that we are all facing. I can tell you that over 40 member countries are represented here today in the Business Summit, with strong delegations from government, businesses. The private sector is here in full force, reflecting the growing confidence in the Commonwealth as a platform for trade and investment. India, for example, which is the fourth largest economy, is coming to the summit with a strong delegation comprising of financial services, agriculture, healthcare, manufacturing, and tourism as well. And same thing for the UK. Today the UK will be talking about I would say, the soon to be launched, the Commonwealth Investment Network, which is generating real interest from investors looking for bankable projects across Africa and beyond. We are also talking about the new model law on digital trade that we have been working over the last 2 years, which is expected to add an extra 20 billion in intra-Commonwealth trade and 1.1 trillion by combining the impact of cost reduction and greater access to finance, essentially bringing the total benefits from paperless trade to nearly $1.2 trillion, I would say.
So what is the legacy you're hoping the summit will leave behind and achieve, especially for the greater African region?
Okay, well, that's a really good question. Look, hosting this summit here positions Southern Africa at the heart of the Commonwealth economic future. It shows that Africa is not just a recipient of investment, but a driver of global growth and innovation. I think that the legacy will be long-term, in terms of building stronger trade partnerships, more investment-ready projects, and a renewed focus on inclusive, sustainable development led by African voices. We know Africa is home to 1.5 billion people. It is the youngest continent in the world, with 70% of the population under the age of 30. And we also take note that 30% of the world's natural resources are in Africa. 60% of the world arable land are in Africa, which makes it a central focus point for global food security. In terms of technology, Africa is leapfrogging in areas like mobile banking, fintech, and e-commerce. I mean, we've all seen how during COVID, e-commerce and the internet has played a significant role in terms of boosting trade and investment. So from our perspective, we noted that, 21 of our 56 member states are from Africa, which is quite a significant portion. So from a trade and investment perspective, we believe that there are lots of potential to explore intra-African trade and also identify the challenges and see how we, the Commonwealth, can best support Africa to trade more with Commonwealth member states. It's also good to note that, on average, the trade cost amongst member states are 21% lower. Which is due to similar language, legal systems, business norm, which obviously creates a strong foundation for expanding intra-Commonwealth trade and investment. And I would also say that we're already working with a number of African member states on several projects ranging from, capacity building programs, particularly on digitalization, and also how do we bridge the digital divide, which is quite significant in some of the African countries, and also, related to climate change and democracy as well.
Right. Thank you so much, Rajiv. We'll leave it there for now, and all the best with this summit.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv Babooram, advisor and head of the Commonwealth Connectivity Agenda, also lead organizer of the Business Summit from the Commonwealth. They're hosting it in Namibia for the first time outside of London. Let's get our news headlines now. It's 7:30 Central African time. Good morning to Onele Nzinzi.
SAB